Yes, it's time for Type 40 Doctor Who content from us at the Spacebook, the best channel that you never heard of. Videos, podcasts, live streams, and more. And a little extra chunk of Type 40 goodness for you today with me, Dan Hadley, Birmingham's King of the Geeks. And yes, your designated pilot for the next 20 minutes or so. Time to check in, I thought, with you as a bit of a change is coming to the channel. Change is coming to Type 40 and particularly to Type 40 Live, which are the live streams that we've been running for about 8 or 9 months now on the channel. They've been really, really successful, growing in popularity, in audience. Thank you so much, everybody who tunes in to watch live, who comments along in the chat or leaves us a comment afterwards. The comment sections daily, there's always something good to read, something interesting. Somebody's putting something in the mix. So I really love that. And of course, all those likes, shares, and subscriptions have even been going up too. So thank you for all that engagement, all that investment of your time in our brand of nonsense. Yeah, so I wanted to just check in with you guys and restate really something that we talked about a few days ago in the last of the live streams and just shoot the breeze, really have a bit of a chat. What do you say? I'll take that. Yes, I'll take that as a yes. Yeah, so as I was saying, we launched Type 40 Live around 8 or 9 months ago. It sprang out of other stuff that we've been doing, other video content that I've been doing either on my own like this or with my mate Simon Horton or anybody else who I could sort of pull in. And gradually it sort of expanded and Type 40 Live has become a bit of a roster, really, hasn't it, of people sharing their love of Doctor Who and just generally having a good time, really. Even if sometimes the things that we're talking about, they don't exactly set our worlds alight. Speaking of which, I've just picked up the new Doctor Who magazine. I think that, like many people with the magazine, I've been missing the production notes over the last 2 or 3 years. Be careful what you wish for. Chris Chibnall's written the latest one. It's a great cure. Any insomniacs out there, you may want to save that one till bedtime. I think you'll find it will sort you out, sort you out nice. Yes. So the upshot of it is that Type 40 Live, which we've been running on a Tuesday afternoon UK time now for all these months, we've done 3 seasons now of this show. We're moving the time when it premieres. So it's going from, so I have to check with myself. And from Tuesday at 4 p.m., we're moving it over by a couple of days and a few hours. So let's get this up on screen to remind me as much as you. Type 40 Live. So all these shows, all the live streams, all the things that we do on there. So there's the panel discussions, there's the reviews, there's the previews. We turn on the view screen, don't we? Look through all those pretty pictures. And we pull in other guests sometimes who are crazy enough to indulge our silliness some more. There's lots and lots of banter. And I think that the audience, you guys seem to enjoy it as much as we do because the chat is so lively. But yes, why are we moving it and to where? We're moving it to Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. UK time, that is. And there's a very clear set list of reasons why we're doing that. I mean, the first of which, the easiest, I suppose, to explain, is the fact that furlough and lockdowns, all that is becoming a bit of a thing of the past. And the entire time that we've been making the show, obviously we've all had that flexibility, more time on our hands, one would say, but certainly a lot more flexibility about what we could do and when we could do it. So what we found over the last few weeks in particular, that one or two or the other of us just simply haven't been able to make it. And we think that it's that chemistry between us regular panelists on the show that kind of what people seem to like out there, the interaction between us. So we'd like as many of the regulars to be on screen as possible for as many shows as possible, whilst of course bringing in new people, new voices, and anybody who's game, really. So that's the idea, just to keep the show as you enjoy it, as we like making it, and to keep evolving it too. So more people will be able to make it at 8 p.m. on a Thursday. But there's a few other reasons too. I mean, I think first of all, what has become quite evident to us in the last few weeks. We've been putting out the podcasts too as videos, as well as just the audio files. And I've been popping them out on a Thursday at 8 o'clock just to see how people would respond to those. And yeah, I'm pleased to say that as many of you are watching those almost as watch the live streams. And they've even got quite active chats of their own. So it's clear there is an audience. You guys are there at 8 p.m. for us, or have been the last few weeks. So there's that too. But more than that, what I've noticed with the Whoniverse and with the Doctor Who fandom is that more often than not, when new Doctor Who news breaks, such as it is, because there's not been much, Chris Chibnall does favour the blackout approach, doesn't he? But when new Doctor Who news does break, it tends to happen on a Wednesday or a Thursday, which does mean that by the time that we on Type 40 Live get to talk about it the following Tuesday, we're probably the very last people within the fandom that get to speak on it. And we think that, some of this news, it may date, and we don't want to sort of, we want to get at you with the good stuff, because what I found is that people often, numerous viewers actually, and in comment sections of other videos, people are asking us what we think about things, stories as they're breaking. So hopefully this will be a way for us to be on the ball just that little bit quicker. So I think you'll all be receptive to that. What else? Yeah, so that's the shape of it. Type 40 Live is moving to Thursdays at 8 p.m. UK time. And you're probably wondering, all the people who don't live in the UK, what does that mean for you? You know what? We announced this a few days ago on the live stream, and before we could finish talking about it, our companions out there were chiming in. They were putting together that information for us. I have been and double checked it. Don't take it personally. But yeah, so these are the times. This is where you can find us streaming live as from next Thursday here on the Spacebook channel, depending on where you are in the world. So we've got, so obviously, yes, Thursday, 8 p.m. UK time. That's simple enough. But in America, in Central, Eastern, and Pacific time zones, you've got these three other times. So at Central Standard Time, it's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's 3 p.m. And Pacific, that's at midday. Does mean for you Australians, though, out there, that it's a little bit, it's some more time travel for you guys. So it's going to be a little later for you. So late, in fact, it's the following day at 5 a.m. Australian time there. So we appreciate that may not work for some. It may work better for others. And we're doing our best. And we do intend on making it as easy as possible for you guys to catch us streaming after the fact. So, and keep those comments coming and keep the engagement up and keep liking the videos, because, that really does make a difference. And obviously subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And you've got to hit that little cloister bell. It's more important than ever, because if your memory's like mine and it's going a little bit, you're going to need that extra reminder from the cloister bell. Hit that cloister bell and you'll get those reminders of when we're going live next. So what else is there? What else? While I'm at it, I thought anybody who's new to the channel, because we've had so many subscribers over the last week or two since Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker announced their departures, that really exciting day that we had. We've had lots of new subscribers. So again, thank you for all of that. And if you've been enjoying the live streams that we've been putting out over the recent weeks, you'll be pleased to learn there's a whole playlist full of them. So these are some of the recent ones you may have missed if you've come in late. So 13 and out, that was the big one. Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall announcing their departure. That's gone on to be our most watched video on the channel. In fact, it was within 36 hours of us making it. So that live stream that we put out originally on a Thursday afternoon, that did so well. So many of you there to watch. And we know that was the hugeness of the news. So we know we're under no illusions about that. We know that was a big news day, but it's definitely had an effect on us, seeing the response there on a Thursday evening, and how that made us feel really as well. I think as the nights get a little darker in the UK, that may work better for us too. It may get a little cozier. It may be a slightly different feel, but it'll generally be the same show. All the various different parts of it, all the segments that you guys, we know you like as much as we enjoy doing them. So there'll be the On This Day segment, there'll be the ad break, and there'll be the discussions. There'll be those previews of new merchandise, reviews of merchandise, or whatever else, whatever DVDs are out, whatever Blu-rays are out. We talk about it, or there's the latest DWMs I was talking about earlier on, and the discussions that we've been doing lately too. So we'll be throwing those topics wide open for you to suggest topics too, because I thought that was great fun. The last one that we did was about complex Doctor Who stories, and whether you have to understand any given Doctor Who story to enjoy it or not. So I thought that was pretty good. We're going to be doing some more of those. So if you've got any ideas for questions, for subject matter, things that you've always wanted to know the answers to, or even if you just want to sort of throw us a curveball and see where we go with it, that's allowed too. That's absolutely fine as well. What else? So we've got all the live streams. They're all there for you to discover. Various ones that we've done over the last few months as part of season 3. So there was our big celebration of the TV movie, which we followed up with a look at Night of the Doctor in almost as much painstaking detail. We put out a tribute to Jackie Lane, who played Dodo Chaplin, who sadly passed away a couple of months ago. And of course, we asked you to ask us anything. That was for 2 hours where we were answering any questions that you could throw at us, really. And all the various other things we would talk about, companions and Big Finish and all the rest of it. So there'll be more of that to come, I've no doubt. And if you like the live stuff, you may also enjoy the podcasts too. So this is something else we've been doing lately. All our podcasts that go out on the Facebook feed, type40.podbean.com, and over at the Fandom Podcast Network. We've been making every effort to make sure there's video tracks now to go with as many of these podcasts as we can possibly make. So the Type 40 podcast has been going now for over 3 years. And, we've interviewed so many people from all corners of the world of Doctor Who, as well as fellow fans. For, it's standard news, reviews, discussions, all that kind of thing, but done in Type 40's rather unique, free-speaking, gloves off, but respectfully so way. So there'll be more of that coming, but wherever we can, we're going to continue to bring you these video tracks because we think it's certainly something that people are responding to out there. We are listening, and although we cannot guarantee that everybody that we get on the show will be open to being on video, we have to respect that. For the people who would rather not, we'll, at every chance that we get, we'll make sure there's some kind of video track there for you with the podcasts where we can. Okay, what else is there? What else is there? Looking down my list here, I'm confused. So see. So we've got all of that. That's all coming at you soon, as well as all the Doctor Who content that we've got going on, as ever, over on Facebook in the Type 40 Facebook group and the Type 40 Facebook page. We stream direct to there too, as well as here on YouTube, the world's largest streaming platform with you guys. So people can interface over there. If you're on the go, you just happen to be on Facebook. But the only thing is, when you're over there, you do have to let StreamYard there. Always wants a show. Every time, no matter how short the show. You have to let StreamYard know who you are, let the little plugin connect with you, and then we can see who you are through the screen. We can answer your questions too. That's all part of the fun. What else have I got to cover? I think that probably is about it. So just to be clear, when are we doing it? When are we moving? We're moving next week to Thursdays at 8 p.m. Type 40 Live moves to Thursdays to prime time, if you like. So it's 8 p.m. UK time, as well as 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, midday Pacific Time, and Friday, it'll be Friday at 5 a.m. for all of our companions there in Australia and New Zealand. We do hope you stick with us through this transition period because we are evolving. We look at ways to evolve Type 40 all the time, all the content that we make. Genuinely, we want to make this show, both shows, as good as they possibly can be and to keep evolving them, to keep it fresh. And that's going to continue. all you people out there who are going to miss us on Tuesday, we're working on something. We're not going to completely abandon the Tuesday slot because I like doing the afternoons too. So there will be something, fingers crossed, there will be something for Tuesdays as well. Not quite sure when that's going to launch. We've got a couple of different things that we're working on, but we're not going to leave you. We're not going to leave you hanging. That's the plan anyway. We'll see what we can do about all of that. But yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for being there. Thanks for your time and all this investment in what we do. You know, we do genuinely love Doctor Who, even if we do like a good moan now and again between us or just between the two of us. Yeah, we do genuinely love Doctor Who. We know that you love it as much as we do. It's an exciting time for the show coming up, even if it is the unknown, isn't it? It's I'd say it's more of the unknown than we've had in a very, very long time. And that excites me as much as it does worry me. And we're going to be here for you every step of the way here on Type 40 and Type 40 Live to talk about it. We're still not quite sure how we're going to cover Series 13. You know, we're only a few weeks away from that, but we are thrashing out certain ideas about who will be on the panels, how we're going to come at it, and when we're going to drop it, because we want to make sure as well that these takes, that our takes, are as hot, as piping hot out of the oven as we can possibly make them for you. And yet, because we want the interaction too. We want to know what you think. We want to bounce ideas off you, and vice versa, and just continue to have some fun, really. Even if what's on screen, let's be honest, it's not been great up to now, has it? So the odds are it's going to be more of the same, but we'll get through it together, won't we? I think we will. We will, won't we? Won't we? Oh dear. Who knows? Look, we've got all our fingers crossed. But aside from all the stuff about brand new Doctor Who, we're going to continue to bring you all the things that we loved about New Who and about the classic show, as well as lots of banter and all the things that keep us amused, keep us off the streets. So yeah, thank you for your time this time. Keep tuned, keep the Cloister bell turned on, hit the Cloister bell so you get notifications, not just about the live streams, for all the videos, everything else that comes off the channel. And we'll see you. Well, there's something coming up next Tuesday afternoon Tuesday afternoon. I'm not quite sure when yet, probably around 3 o'clock. So there is something next Tuesday afternoon, but we'll see you live on the Spacebook channel next Thursday at 8 p.m. for the return of Type 40 Live, a full live stream with whoever of our regular panel can make it. You know, and I want to take this opportunity now to thank Simon, my great friend Simon Horton, Barnaby, JT, Ian, Sarah, Charlotte, Kyle, everybody who's come on the live streams and has fun with us, and all the guests that get dragged into. Some of them have even volunteered to come back, everybody. There really is one born. One born every minute. But yeah, that does wrap it up this time. There's something else coming up on the channel a little later on. And, if you've seen that before, dip into the playlist. I'm sure you'll find something else to amuse you for half an hour, a couple of hours. You know how we do like to go on. But yeah, that is it for now. We always have the time, if you have the space, here at Type 40. Take care. Speak soon. Bye-bye.